Baby, this is what you came for.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have this tutorial demo first impressions of the brand new Fenty Beauty line by Rihanna. I am so excited for this line, and in the excitement and anticipation of this new launch, I went out and purchased at least one color of every single product from the entire line. Truth, sorry bank account. So if you guys want to see how every single product in this line works, then keep on watching because I'm really excited to show you guys. This is the Soft Matte Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. This is what the primer looks like. The packaging of all the products are so beautiful. Glass bottles, which I love. It comes with pumps for everything that is in liquid form. I'm gonna start with one pump. This primer, Filt'r primer, feels so good on the skin. I can't really tell that there is or isn't a significant scent. It has eliminated a lot of the shine. My skin definitely does feel smooth but not dry. I have some dry patches around my nose right now and it's not clinging to them. So far, so good. So now on to foundations. I got two different shades. I got 130 and 290. 130 is definitely super fair, but it's got that intense yellow undertone, which I love. And then 290 is more of like an olive-y kind of an undertone. And I bought two different colors because I usually always buy two different colors so that I can kind of blend the colors together to get my perfect match, because 9 times out of 10 it is impossible for me to find one shade that is the perfect match to my skin. Priscilla Ono, who is the national makeup artist for Fenty Beauty and is just an amazing makeup artist in general, she in one of her beauty breakdowns actually used one shade of foundation all over Rihanna's face and then used a lighter shade of foundation as the concealer. So I'm glad I picked two up because I can kind of play around with that. So to apply the foundation, you have two options. You have their full-bodied foundation brush, and then you also have their makeup sponge. The brush is so beautiful. It has that same mauve-y pink handle, and the brush itself is kind of a pinky mauve tone also. It is so soft, nicely dense, but also very pliable. I'm gonna do one side of my face with the brush and then one side of my face with the sponge, and we'll see. I'm gonna use 290 all over the face and then maybe mix in 130 as a concealer. I'm not really sure yet. They're supposed to be medium to full coverage and super, super lightweight, but I haven't actually worn them like the whole day yet. I was told you have to work quickly because they do set pretty quickly. This coverage though, this foundation looks so good already. Taking another little like barely half a pump kind of thing, and this time I'm gonna dot it all over my face and then I'm going to blend it out. The sponge feels really nice on the skin, which I was kind of expecting because it is so soft. So you can use the sponge dry or damp. I just used it damp because I like damp sponges. So this is both sides, brush and sponge. I can't really tell a difference. They look even, and as the foundation is settling down, I don't feel any stickiness. And usually sometimes with certain foundations, when I do this without setting it, I'll get makeup on my hands, but there's no makeup coming off onto my hands and none of my makeup is like imprinting with my fingers, which is phenomenal. I'm a powder girl, so today I'm gonna try to do a little bit less powder, kind of go a little out of my comfort zone, just because the Fenty look is just really natural and glowy and lots of layering of the products. So I'm gonna try to keep it in that realm. I'm going to just pop on 1/2 pump more of foundation. I want to see how it builds up. Actually, that's a lie. I used a pump. Each pump is like very, very small though, which is nice. So I'm gonna use the sponge. Yeah, not to do my own horn. My skin looks so good right now. It's so flawless, but it still looks like skin. It feels like skin. It's super, super lightweight. And I cannot believe that this is the finish without powder. Like, this looks like I've set it with powder. I'm gonna go in with the lighter foundation, and I'm just gonna pop that as a concealer highlighter type of situation. Okay, see, this is now where I don't really understand the angles of this sponge quite yet, but it's definitely concealed. It's kind of like a flattened, cut boiled egg. I don't know what angle is supposed to go underneath the eye. My thought is that this angle would go like this and get right underneath the eye. And then I'm just flipping it over to the other side and blending it out. The matchsticks are concealers, contour, highlight, but they're kind of like a cream to powder finish, so you can use them as eyeshadow wherever you'd like, however you'd like. They're super multi-purpose sticks. The cool thing about them is they're all magnetized. So if you have a bunch of them, you can actually have them all together magnetized in like a honeycomb formation, and you can see right on the bottom what the colors are and like kind of just store them upside down like that. I'm gonna take the shade Bamboo. This is what the matchstick inside looks like. They're completely automatic, so you can twist them up and down. And I'm gonna take Bamboo onto the forehead, down the center of my nose, onto the chin, and then I might just do a little bit of that just to kind of do like almost a reverse contour. You know what, let's just see what they look like under the eyes. But I don't want to layer the products too much. Oh, and I dinged it. So I'm going to go in with a sponge and blend all those things out. And for the under eye, I actually use the stick more as like highlighting rather than right into the creases of the under eye area. And then just to blend everything out, I'm taking the foundation brush I used without any extra product and primarily going into the cheek area. I'm gonna take Mocha and just trad this out. To blend the contour out, I'm going to use the portable contour and concealer brush. You can pull it up and take it with you on the go. Looks very chic. In person, it's all very subtle. It looks like skin is the best way for me to put this, but how many times am I going to keep saying that? I definitely would suggest putting on the matchstick, like especially if you're doing contour, putting it on and then working with it immediately. The matchsticks come in two options. You can buy the singles of all the colors, but then they also have like 3 or 4 different combos of 3 matchsticks together for the price of like 2 single matchsticks. So what I did was I bought the trio that I thought would be best for my skin tone, and then I picked up singles of the ones that were not in the trios that I wanted. This here is the shade Truffle. I'm just gonna go in and see what it looks like on my skin because this was a neutral undertone compared to Mocha. It is a little bit deeper and the undertone is gonna make it look a little bit different. And I'm gonna lift that up because I like to create a slimmer cheek. So it definitely looks more intense, or like I may have just applied too much of the Truffle. You can always take your sponge with no extra product on it and just blend out the edges or over the whole thing to kind of just reduce the intensity. So I'm gonna make this side match. And I'm bringing it a little bit onto the apples of my cheeks, so to add dimension but also color back into the face. Blend out the edges a little bit. I'm gonna, with Mocha, go down my nose with a little bit of this. Jawline, aka the double chin. And then with whatever's left, I'm just going to take that onto my forehead, near my hairline, onto the temples. So I'm going in with the matchstick shade in Yacht Lyfe, and I'm just going to warm that up slightly onto my hands and then just dot this like a blush. is what I'm using this as. So this is the shade Rum. I'm actually going to warm that up a little bit and just pop that onto the high points of my cheeks. Now for my skin tone, if I was using Rum alone, it would be too dark. But I'm going to layer them a little bit, and I'm actually gonna bring this down to almost create like a shaded blush. So I'm gonna just stripe there, stripe here. And all these matchsticks definitely have a lightweight but also kind of powdery finish. I am going to go in with Mocha, and I'm gonna pop that into my crease of my eyes. I'm going to take Rum and pop that onto my lids as an eyeshadow. I'm going to take Mocha and go slightly under the eye. I'm going to go in with 3 more highlighter matchsticks. I have Blonde, which is a really intense gold. This one here is Starstruck, and it's like a pinky, silvery color. It's definitely the lightest matchstick shade. This one is Confetti. It's a holographic shade. So it's got purple and blue and iridescence, and it's just so cool. I'm gonna put down a little bit of Blonde. That is actually so beautiful. I thought it was gonna be beautiful, but I thought it was gonna be not as subtle, I guess. I'm interested to see whether the matchsticks crease on my eyes or not. I'm going in with Confetti, which is the holographic one, and we're just doing it. We're just going one after the other after the other. Having the other colors layered underneath kind of give the Confetti shade a little bit more of a base to play around with, so you can see how intense it is. And then just depending on how much you blend out, and again, these are so light on the skin, so if you feel like you have put too much of one or too much of another, blend them out or layer them. Okay, lastly, I'm going in with Starstruck, which is the lightest one, and I'm just gonna pop this onto the highest points of my cheeks. I'm also gonna take Starstruck and just bring it down the center of my nose, a little bit extra. That was probably too much. That was definitely too much. And then I'm just gonna take my sponge and blot that out. And I'm gonna take Starstruck and pop this onto the high parts of my brow. Blend that. And then also, if I can, this is where a different brush would be handy. I'm gonna get the inner corner, because I can't get the inner corner with my fingers too well because of my claws. And then those are all of the cream products. I love the way the skin looks. It looks so skin-like, it looks radiant, it looks healthy. I mean, my face feels like it doesn't feel greasy or sticky. There is a universal setting powder. This is what it looks like. It looks like a book, and that comes with a portable touch-up brush, which is really pretty white, almost kind of like holographic-y packaging. And the touch-up brush inside looks like this, and you close it by closing that and then popping it back in. Inside, you get a mirror. You get this really pretty sponge because it has white leather that says Fenty Beauty on this side, and then the sponge on the other side, and then a white little film. This is the powder, and it is white, but it blends out translucent. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and trust Rihanna. I'm gonna pop this really lightly under my eyes and then onto my T-zone area. The foundation has creased a little bit on my under eye. It's not too bad. So for confirmation, it lasts a good 10 minutes, and then you should probably set it if you have creasing issues, or apply it and set it right away, whichever one. This powder feels so nice. It's like silky smooth, and it's just blurring everything. I'm gonna set my upper lip because I sweat, my chin, and around my mouth. Also, my cheeks look super rosy, but I think it's also just because I'm very, very warm right now. But this powder is so pretty. I guess the brushes are like randomly magnetized or not magnetized the same way the other ones are. Oh, I know why it doesn't stick to the matchsticks. Because it sticks to the powder. Look at that. Oh my god. So the powder has this divot, which is why I said it looked like a book. And the matchstick fits right into the divot. Another mattifying device that they do have are their Invisimatte blotting sheets. The packaging that they sit in and live in looks like this. There's a little mirror. It says Fenty Beauty, and then they basically like roll out into here like aluminum foil kind of, and you break it off, and then you can refill them. So once you have the outside, you just need to buy the roll of the sheets, and you can keep refilling them and using them. For powder products, besides the Invisible Matte setting powder, they have their Killawatt highlighters. They have 6 different Killawatt highlighters. Same like kind of white, pearly, a little bit holographic packaging. You open it up, beautiful mirror on this side, and then the powder on the inside with FB. So this one here is Metal Moon. It's kind of a white gold. And then you have Trophy Wife, which is definitely one of the most exciting ones. And that's the one everyone kind of kept seeing when the Fenty Beauty stuff was coming out. And it's a true gold with just insane gold like reflex. So that right there is Trophy Wife. And then you have the duos. So this one is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. And you could probably, depending on your skin tone, use some of these as blushes. Every skin tone could use them as eyeshadows also. So that right there is this duo. The duos definitely have like a more subtle highlight and then the more intense, super metallic highlight. Then we have Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. So this is Girl Next Door and this is Chic Freak. Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. So Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And then finally is Mean Money and Hustla Baby. So that's Mean Money and Hustla Baby. Super, super pretty. Using their cheek hugging highlighting brush, it's really cool because it's kind of tapered. So it actually does fit exactly into where your cheek is. I'm gonna go in with Hustla Baby and just, oh my god, oh wow, these are real potent. Children, do not underestimate these highlighters. That is so pretty, so intense, but so pretty. It's like a sweeping motion that you can take it in because it really does fit the curve of your cheekbone really nicely. Take a little bit of that onto my brow. Let's go to Trophy Wife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. As an eyeshadow, this is gonna look unreal. Let's just dust a little bit onto the center of the eye. I'm not even gonna put on any of the other highlighters because I just really am super happy with this and I just wanna go out in public like this. The last product I have here today is the Gloss Bomb. It's a nude gloss, really pretty, universally flattering. I'm going to just use this. The wand is really nice because it's super big and thick, but it's so easy to apply and deposit a lot of the product. I was gonna pop on false lashes, but I haven't really seen anyone in the Fenty ads with super intense lashes or winged liner. You definitely can, and I definitely will going forward. But for the sake of staying true to the Fenty look, I'm going to just lightly fill in my brows and pop on a little mascara and I will be right back. So this here is the final look, my brows and my mascara. Besides that, this video was 100% using every single product from the brand new Fenty Beauty line. I, right off the bat though, would 100% recommend going out and checking out Fenty Beauty. I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt my closing of this video for a little update. I thought it would be cool to come back to you guys after wearing all the products for several hours and see how everything is wearing. The time is now 7 o'clock on the dot. I completed filming the rest of this video by around 10:30 this morning. I've had the makeup on the entire day. I got my hair did, which is why it looks lighter, and I love it. And I was just running errands, and in my personal opinion, I'm super impressed. The foundation looks amazing. The only thing I did touch up was just in my T-zone. I got a little oily, so I just used the tiniest bit of the transparent powder and blotted kind of around my nose and my chin area, and that's pretty much it. But really the only two places where I notice any signs of wear and tear is down the center of my nose. The makeup is almost kind of separating, and then on my eyes there's just one single crease on both lids. So for using primarily cream products, and as somebody who lives and breathes for setting everything with powder, I am so impressed. Also, this Trophy Wife highlighter though, I can't even believe how much I love this highlighter. Now that it's been on my face all day, I feel like it's actually so much more wearable than I initially thought. It's definitely a bold, specific look, and in the sunlight, I literally could stand in the sunlight with my cheeks directed towards the sky for hours and just look at my cheekbones. I definitely think Fenty Beauty is something that anyone, everyone, no matter your skin tone, skin type, makeup preference, should go check out. And everything is relatively well priced for a prestige makeup brand. Like the foundation is $39, which most other foundations in the same like Sephora high-end makeup bracket run for right around like $45 to $50. Beautiful packaging, beautiful product, high quality product, super pigmented, and just really intelligent, well thought out makeup. So I'm a huge fan. Thank you guys as always so much for tuning in. Please leave a comment down below for me and let me know what you thought about this video, and also if you've tried any of the Fenty Beauty stuff, let me know what your favorite products are and how you like to use different products and colors and stuff, because I just am curious to know what everybody else is doing with this stuff, because there's so much room for creativity. So please leave those comments down below for me. But until my next video, I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye guys.